Good day, RGB. Today on Vida, there's a lot going on, so let's get started. The show starts now. Hey there, and thanks again for joining us today. I'm your host, Danielle Banda, and I've got a question for you. Did you know that it's National Pet Month? If you didn't know already, here's some proof positive news for you. KVEO Footwear surveyed 1,000 pet parents, and they found that man's best friend and their owners actually walk 1,560 miles per year. That's right, and apparently the best time to go dog spotting is between 9 and 11 in the morning. Now, if you don't know what that is, not to worry. We spoke with one of their representatives to learn all about this.
So KVEO Footwear's mission is really to help people live their lives to the fullest without the obstacle of foot pain. So for a lot of people, obviously our pets are a huge part of our lives. So for National Pet Month, we thought that it would be super fun to survey dog owners and figure out just how far we're walking with our dogs each year. Absolutely. So let's break it down because it really adds up over time. So we found that on average, dog owners are walking 30 miles with their dogs every week, and they're actually getting about 4,500 extra steps in per week than the average American. So over the course of a year, this adds up to 1,560 miles. So I'm sure most people are familiar with bird watching. Dog spotting is very similar, but for dogs. I'm not sure about you, but whenever I see a dog, my day gets 100 times better. So when we ran our survey, we found that the most popular time of day for people to walk their dogs was between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. So for people who want more dogs in their life, that's the best time to go outside because more dogs will be out and about on their walks for the day. So in closing, whether you're a dog walker or you just love dogs, be sure to check out KVEO Footwear, especially if you have foot pain or you just want a really comfortable pair of shoes.
And since we're on the topic of our furry friends, we thought it'd be fun to find out a little bit more, perhaps some things that you maybe never knew. According to animalmedical.org, 94% of pet owners say that their furry friend really does make them smile at least once a day, no matter how bad or good a day they're having, which of course is amazing. And you remember Charles M. Schulz's Peanuts comic strip, right? Well, in case you didn't know, Snoopy is a beagle, of course, and a pretty cute one at that. The site also says that a beagle, and all dogs really, have a smell that is 1,000 times greater than our own as a human. I mean, I knew dogs had a better sense of smell than us, but I didn't really know it was 1,000 times better. And apparently, 9% of dog owners are most likely going to be throwing a birthday party for their pet. I mean, I know for sure that this relates to me. It's just fun, and we hope that our pets know that we care. And an interesting fact, the site also says that dogs have 28 baby teeth and 42 permanent teeth. So if we compare that to us humans, like we did with their sense of smell, then we'd see that most people usually have about 32 teeth. So, dogs definitely do have a larger set of chompers than we do. But what about our cats, right? Well, according to the site, they've got a unique set of ears and whiskers. While we have 32 teeth in our mouth, our feline friends have about 32 muscles in their ears alone. Of course, we know that their hearing is usually pretty on point, and they can hear every little thing, and those 32 muscles work together to make that happen. It also outlines that they've got a unique set of 4 different rows of whiskers, and much like dogs, this definitely helps with their great sense of smell. But what's really interesting about their body makeup is that they've actually got no collarbone. If you've ever noticed that your cats are super flexible, well, part of the reason why is because of this. You've also probably noticed that they spend about 30% of their time grooming themselves. The site says that this is because they're pretty independent pets. They like their space and they can take care of themselves as long as you just give them what they need. They're actually so keen on what's going on around them that their powerful sense of whiskers can detect even the slightest change in air current. It's crazy to think about, but their senses are that sensitive, making them pretty smart animals. But while we love our dogs and our cats, some pets are a little less furry and maybe just a bit more exotic, right? Take fleas. I know it sounds a bit random, but there are some folks who like to dedicate their love and care to insect collections. And fleas are apparently interesting because according to the site, they can jump 350 times their body length. Pretty talented little guys. And then there are bird watchers, of course, and bird watchers, many of whom have hummingbirds at home, and that species of bird actually is the only type that have the ability to fly backwards. It's pretty cool. And while reptiles are often pets for many, some are really only pets for zookeepers like crocodiles. And of course, animal professionals, they show their love and their care for creatures like this as, we do tend to our furry animals at home. Crocodiles are interesting though because they actually cannot stick their tongue out. I know it's kind of hard to notice since, we don't typically see these creatures on a daily basis, but the site says that this is a unique fact about them. And lastly, many people love to have aquariums at home with all kinds of fish. If they happen to have any type of starfish, though, you might be surprised to know that these marine species are actually not as smart as our canines or felines like we were talking about earlier. And this is because they don't have a brain. So if you didn't know, now you do. I don't know about you, but I remember the starfish from, Finding Nemo, and he seemed pretty smart to me. Nonetheless, it's interesting to know about these fun facts applied to real-life sea creatures. There's actually a lot of movies out there that involve animals and marine life, and hey, even Jurassic Time creatures or make-believe animals. There's pretty much a movie for any topic that you think of, hence a wide array of genres when it comes to the entertainment industry. But what's on the big screen currently? Well, we've got Nexstar's Dean Richards with all of the info.
If they catch her, they're gonna put her in a cage.
Charlie?
They're gonna run tests on her for the rest of her life. We'll never see her again.
New at the movies this weekend is the latest adaptation of the Stephen King novel Firestarter. Previously made into a movie back in 1984, once again, it's the story of a little girl who inherits her father's psychic abilities with the power to start fires. Growing up, she had to learn how to control her temper and emotions to avoid setting the world ablaze. When a secret government organization finds out about her, they set out to kidnap her and harness and control her powers. Average is about the best word I could use to describe Firestarter. Average story, average performances, average engagement with the audience. Zac Efron, Sidney Lemon, and Ryan Kiera Armstrong star in the story that plays out more like a sci-fi movie than a horror offering. It's a pretty straightaway adaptation of the book and a pretty straightforward movie treatment. No new ground is broken here, but the storytelling was effective and it was clear. I give it a Dean's List C+. It's both in theaters and also on the Peacock streaming service.
And now that you got a pretty good idea of what you can plan on your watch list, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and then we've got to look at your local weather updates. But stay tuned because Valley Puerto Vida is going to be right back. And we'll have some hurricane preparedness tips for you to keep in mind with an all-new Safety Check segment. That info plus more after the break.